Yes, what is up? How is everyone doing on the YouTubes? I missed your faces, and for that, I apologize. We have some friends visiting from New York City, and we haven't seen them since we moved away from New York City. It's been about 18 months. It feels like a really long time, and it's just real life stuff, man. And the real life stuff is getting in the way of me making some content. Anyway, well, today I'm feeling a little spunky, a little more high energy than usual. So let's do something I like to call 3 questions, where I ask an expert 3 questions. And this expert, well, he lives and breathes and sleeps and drinks the game. I mean, he knows all. He's also known as a predicting genius, and from what he gathers, he might be just the smartest, most handsome person that you've ever met. Let me go get him right now. That's right, it's this guy! And the first question is, can Paul Pogba become the best player in the world? This is a very good question. Well, given the quality of his performance against Chelsea, where he was my man of the match with his 1 goal and 1 assist, while having the best defensive midfielder in the world, N'Golo Kante, following him around all over the field, and the fact that he has 9 goals and 6 assists in 13 games since Jose Mourinho's been fired, I think it just speaks to a resurgence of what we all know that he's capable of, because he can do it all. As many of his former and current teammates and managers have said about him, he's got great vision, he can use both feet, he can dribble, he can pass, he can shoot, he can drop in dimes for crosses, he makes great runs off the ball, he goes box to box, he's great in the air, he's got the physicality, he's as complete of a midfielder as there is in the game right now. And we could argue, given the constant pressure and scrutiny that he's under, he has it between the ears as well, because he has the arrogance that I feel like is needed to become the best player in the world, and he's got that steely resolve to deal with the adversity. So I guess it's more just a consistency thing with him. So what holds him back from being consistently the guy every single game of every single season? It's only himself, because let's be honest, on their very best day, when they're playing at the peak of their abilities, Paul Pogba is a better player than Luka Modric, and Luka Modric won every World Player of the Year award this past year. So it's more than possible for Pogba to be that guy, but it's not easy getting out of your own way. There's no roadmap for it. In fact, despite being an expert, I f things up all of the time because I can't get out of my own way due to ego or pride or stubbornness or righteousness or whatever. And only with the benefit of hindsight do I realize that the only person blocking my path to doing something great is me. And once you realize that and are actively aware of how to get out of your own way, then that's when I feel like you can unlock your true potential. And that's what it looks like Paul Pogba is doing now, and it's very cool to see. So my short answer, and in summation, yes, I believe that Paul Pogba can become the best player in the world, and I feel like he might be closer to that title than he might know. And now let's head to the second question. Who should become Chelsea's next manager? Well, since it's not a matter of if and more a matter of when, as in when is Maurizio Sarri going to get sacked, which I think is going to be at the end of the season, let me tell you, it's not Zinedine Zidane. Now sure, he's one of the favorites by the bookies to take the job, but one, he never bled blue for Chelsea like he bled white for Real Madrid, so he has no connection to the club. When he took over the Madrid job, he knew what that entailed, and that was mainly dealing with the antics and impatience of Madrid president Florentino Perez. So why would he go to Chelsea and deal with the same stuff when he doesn't know any of those people? The Chelsea board and Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich, it's just, he's way too cool to put himself in a crappy situation like that. And 2, Chelsea is a Nike team and Zidane is a global ambassador for Adidas and always has been, so I could see Adidas go and say, hey listen, we'll pay you more money to not join a Nike team. And you might think that I'm kidding, but I'm not. Just like Christian Pulisic, who Nike's investing a ton of money in, is going to a Nike branded team this summer in Chelsea, a highly visible Nike branded team, by the way, so they can sell more Nike branded Christian Pulisic Chelsea jerseys in the United States and make a gajillion dollars. And it's not going to be former Chelsea manager Gus Hiddink, so I don't even know why he's on the list of the bookies, because what? Why are they even throwing him in there? But it could possibly be, maybe, Gianfranco Zola, who has that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer vibe going about him. He's the former fan favorite, super talented player turned lovable manager, which if Sarri gets fired before the season ends, I could see Zola taking over on an interim basis, but he's not going to end up being the guy. Because the guy's going to be super Frank Lampard, who's going to finish his season at Derby, hopefully as a team that got promoted. Then he's going to take over Chelsea in the summer. He's going to bring in John Terry as his assistant, and everyone's going to be happy, and you heard it here first. And the last question is, Which teams are in a better position for their Leg 2 matchups in the Champions League from today? Is it Lyon and Liverpool? Or is it Barcelona and Bayern Munich? Well, at first I wanted to say Bayern and Barcelona because they both earned hard-fought 0-0 draws away from home, but after putting some more thought into it, as in 10 seconds of me doing this, I actually think now that the 0-0 draw in Leg 1 works in favor of the teams that hosted the game, Lyon and Liverpool, because if they can score that all-important away goal, that puts a ton of pressure on Barcelona and Bayern because they now have to win the game. They can't draw 0-0 anymore, obviously, because it'd be down a goal. So they have to win, because if it ends 1-1 or 2-2 or 3-3, Lyon and Liverpool are going to advance. And if we factor in that Liverpool will welcome Virgil van Dijk back into the team for Leg 2, which is huge, and the fact that their manager Jurgen Klopp has a ton of managerial experience in the Allianz Arena when he was managing in the Bundesliga for many years, and with Bayern's Joshua Kimmich out due to yellow card accumulation, who is arguably one of the best right backs in the world, I just feel like Liverpool, even though the scoreline is 0-0, have an advantage over Bayern in Munich, as crazy as it is to say that out loud. And then with Lyon, even though they defended admirably and attacked with real spirit in Leg 1, and even though I feel like they're going to score in Leg 2, I just don't believe it's going to be enough for them to beat Barcelona at the Camp Nou, especially in a year where Messi basically promised the supporters that winning the Champions League would be their primary focus. So they're definitely not going to lose this, especially to a team in Ligue 1. And yes, I know something is up with Luis Suarez and that he doesn't seem like his normal self, but the man just had a baby, and speaking from experience, when you have a baby during a season, it takes it out of you, whether you want to admit it to yourself or not. Plus, he's 32, so he has a lot of mileage on those legs, and that could be factoring into it. Regardless though, Barcelona are going to do enough to win this and get past Lyon and into the next round. Anyway, let me know your answers to these same 3 questions so that we can see if you're smarter than me, which is debatable. And I'm gonna pick some winners for some warm baller stickers, so be on the lookout. Also, a new career mode episode is dropping very soon. Hashtag ENYOIN. And of course, follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Jimmy Conrad, and come watch the Champions League with me tomorrow. Do it. We're streaming it. I want you to be there. Join me. Make it happen. All right, I'm done talking. Later.